Okay, there it is. Hello, it's skycat.live. Hi guys. It is gotta hit my Windows key there. 12/21/2023. It's 4 days till Christmas, and I really don't fucking care. It's 12:12 a.m. It's midnight, and I'm hoping to get a pretty good uninterrupted session here. Just woke up after sleeping for 12 hours from noon until midnight, and boy, I love my life. I really love my life. It's like the best life. I don't care what anybody thinks about the life. It's the best life. I have like the best life, and I have no illusions about this. I fucking love it. Oh, the work I did this morning is here. I guess we'll go over there. Yeah, go approach that. And then, sorry, just setting up to mine here, which would only take 5 seconds. And then, yeah, there we go. Sorry about that. So, oh, yes, Chatty's working. That's good. I meant to check it. Gotta open it though. There we go. Hello, number two. Hello. How are you today? I am just starting here. There we go. Yes, the chatty. Very good. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. And yeah, it's been kind of a crazy day due to some real life stuff, and I slept most of the day and had some stuff to do, and yeah, just kind of long day. But I just woke up and I'm rested and should be able to get a long 12-hour session in here. And just started the video. We'll play the bells one more time. They're hard to do. Sorry. Get that nice crisp. Doesn't that sound good? I've got a good microphone. It doesn't seem like it, but I do. And then finally, my camera is dirty. Video production, doing video production stuff. Midstream. But I just, as the problems come up, I solve them. It's hard to see them all at once. Like once you start the stream, all the problems rear their ugly head. Yeah, that's a bit better, I think. We'll do one more sweep over with some cloth. Get the, yeah, there. Get my oily fingertip oil off of the lens there. And yeah, so we're doing some EvE and some WoW today, and I think I'd probably better do my macros for FFXI, which is annoying. So I believe that's what, but I'll get to that, as I get to it. Oh, I forgot to turn on the tablet here, and it's gonna be a good day. Sorry, no, I want you to close that. Thank you. And then, yes, and then there we are. So there we go. We got all the checklists done. Except my volume on my tablet is up because I was using it. There we are. And, okay. I'll run some blue light here. Or green light. Actually, green and white, I think. Yeah, green and white today. Green. Green. White. And there we go. We're all set up to go. Hello, number two. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping in. And let us get to the game. I'm just going to take the big face away. Activate. Okay, and grind to the cave north of Dalinar. Still have to go to Melanus. Yeah, but I need to do sales, though. Oh, wow. Yeah, this server is where the Alliance are. Because there's this many fucking Alliance in Darnassus. This is the most people I've ever seen in Darnassus, actually. I don't believe I've ever seen this many before. Damn, like that's like 20 people standing at the Darnassus AH. I thought I was like the only one that actually likes Night Elf, but I guess not. That's cool. Some of us are forced to be Night Elf. It wasn't a choice, Some of us are forced to be Night Elf. 765, sure. 999, sure. Bloody chain boots, I doubt they'll sell, but I'm gonna try. Tough jerky, I don't really need it. I don't need the potion, but I do need mana potions. And yeah, the light armor kits, they'll do better selling, so I'll just sell them. I mean, yeah, for 15. See, that doesn't seem right to me. Why do you guys fucking sell it at vendor price, you fucking idiots? And then you ruin it for everybody fuck else. How many? 1 stack of 10. See, they're like trying to game me. 3 stacks of 10. Oh, no, 1 stack of 10 at 15 copper. Yeah, I can't. I'm better off just straight up fucking vendoring it. I mean, see, and that sucks. You know why it's like that? You know why those prices are so fucking low? Fucking bots. It's not RMT. Not really. It's not actually RMT. It's just bots selling to be able to sell RMT. It's not actual RMT itself. It's the bots making their money so they can RMT. It's so fucking annoying to me. Oh, yeah. I suppose I could look into an 8 slaughter now, but I think that's enough space to work for a while until I get to, like, late state. I have to do Dark Shore on a druid. Oh, which just got, like, more fun anyways, though. But I do have to do... do I have to do training? I can't remember. I don't know when they give you cat form, but I really want it. It's fucking annoying. It should have been level 10. Did I train? I better... Oh, no, it's probably... Oh, yeah, it's the Moonglade. Yeah, I get to go to the Moonglade. Okay, let's go to the Moonglade. Yeah, take me out of here to the Moonglade. That sounds good. Wait. Where is... I'm in Dalinar. Yeah, I'm okay. That's good. Oh, yeah, I forgot this. So, at any point... Druid can teleport Moonglade at any point. There's no limit on it. You can just leave at any point. There's no... I mean, it takes mana, a bit of mana, but that's it. And so it doesn't matter when your Hearth is. And I should roll Feral Druid for hardcore because A, you can heal yourself. B, you can teleport Moonglade to get out of bad situations, even if your Hearthstone is up. And like and that's strong. The heals are strong. Entangling Roots is strong. I think Druid has more hardcore fucking capability, especially with I mean they've changed it a bit here for SoD, so it's a bit more fun. But yeah. Druid has the capability, I think, for hardcore that Rogue doesn't. Like Druid would have died in one hit the exact same way the Rogue did when the pickpocket, or I'm sorry, yeah, when the pick on my last hardcore character, I lost a hardcore character in under a second when the pickpocket failed on the Rogue class thing. And I didn't know there was a whirlwind coming in, which constantly. I mean, I fucked up. It's my fault, but like, I don't know. Druid would have died in an instant too. The entirety of the class roster would have died in an instant. But like, I don't know. I get the feeling that heals are kind of a large part of the actual survivability in hardcore. Without heals, if you're just sitting low health in a cave and you've got incoming aggro from a pat, and it gets nasty like that. The hyperlink respawn just keeps coming. And without I mean, I don't know. It like Druid doesn't have much more survivability. Honestly, Druid doesn't have as much survivability as Rogue though. And again, I think Vanish is like 22, and I'm learning to not do that pickpocket quest until 22 because you need Vanish in case anything fails at all. You need Vanish for that fucking tower. And I learned. I think they want you to die 5 or 6 times at that fucking, or not at the tower. They only want you to die once at the tower, but they want you to learn that like a good, really good like series career like Rogue would have known to not show up there without Vanish. But I mean, I'm a good Rogue, and I knew not to, but I just didn't think about it because I'm tired and it's hardcore and I've been doing it for 12 hours and all that. I don't know. I don't know if Druid has more ability to get out of situations like that any more than Rogue. Rogue has more. Rogue has more abilities to get out of that situation. The actual fuck up that led to my last hardcore death is underestimating how bad and how fast and how bad it how badly it can go, how fast. And I don't know if the Vanish could have got me out of that situation either, because the Pat was like literally aggroing from its spawn. The whirling tornado, had I reset it with Vanish, it would have gone 3 feet over and then just aggro me again. Because it was like, I don't know what those tornadoes are. I think they're actually the same level. They're like 20 or 21 something. I think they're like 21 or 22. So I don't know. I don't think I could have gotten out of the death even with Vanish, because the initial like pat aggro on that fucking hardcore death. I should start clipping them, even though they look bad, and just show the world how bad I am, I guess, because it's kind of interesting to see the fuck up again. Like, I don't know what I could have done to stop that. Vanish would have helped, and honestly, there's sometimes Vanish is just so strong. You run it and they reset. The 3 mobs would have been off of me. I think the tornado would have been back on me. But then you're looking at a much more winnable gouge fight where you like, I don't know. I think the Pats would have just killed me. I pulled terribly. I've been thinking about it. I like, okay, just now I was sitting there, like, I was lying in bed thinking about my hardcore death, and I was watching Better Call Saul, and it's that wonderful scene where fucking Mike grabs Tuco's collar and he just keeps him there. Like, he just keeps them there while the cops pull up, right? Mike pulls the arrest rather than the mafia assassination ploy. I love Mike in I forget his last name, Mike something like that, in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Mike's my favorite character. He's the one I relate to the most, which is actually kind of fucked up. And or well, no, Jesse Pinkman was the one that I actually related to the most, which sucks. I actually really was Jesse. I was Jesse Pinkman. I looked like Jesse Pinkman. I had the Jesse Pinkman clothes. I had the Jesse Pinkman. Like, I had a better car than Jesse Pinkman. Like, I had a good like $35,000 luxury luxury fucking Nissan Altima from 2019. It was brand new. You know, I even had like a company car, like Better Call Saul. It was kind of funny. But so I was sitting there watching Mike hold Tuco's collar tightly and hold on to this like pipe while the cops come, and Tuco's just beating like wailing on his fucking face. And it's just like full blown, like just like punching his face point blank, like 15, 20 times. Bam, 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 let go. And Mike won't let go of his fucking collar. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. You know what it reminds me of is the hardcore death I just got. Because when there's 4 mobs on you, they've like got your collar, you're dazed, you're fucked, you can't move, and you're dead in 4 hit. You're dead in like all 4 of them. They hit you 2 times in under a second. So like 8 blows come in under a second, all for like an eighth of your health bar. So you're just erased. It's like from 100 to 0. And it reminds me of that. It's like Mike's sitting there, and Tuco's like half his age, and he's just punching him in the fucking face, full blown, like 20 fucking times, you know? And like, I'm like, Jesus Christ, it reminded me of the hardcore death. And they just don't let you get away. And that's the lesson I'm supposed to learn about the hardcore death. Even sometimes the Vanish fails. The Vanish will fail too. The horrible part about it is, it's kind of like Dungeons and Dragons. When you've got 4 mobs on you like that as a rogue, right? In retail, you can just cloak and vanish and it's over. It doesn't matter if it's a PvP situation even. All of their bleeds, all of their dots, all of their vision, all of their targeting, all of it is completely cloaked, removed, and you drop. You just vanish out. They drop target. You're cloaked so they can't reapply. They have to reapply target, and they can't dot you again because you're still cloaked, right? They can target you and they can melee you out of the stealth. And that's what you do in Arena. If the rogue cloaks and vanishes, you're trying to click around where he just was, and you're going to see him unfade for just a second because the vanish only drops the target. It does, I mean, it hides you, and depending on whether you're subtlety, it might be actually really fucking hard. Well, I mean, not hard, but it might actually be impossible for the opponent to actually see through to click you again. If you're sub, they can't see you again, right? If you're Master of Deception, they can't see you. They cannot target you again. Now they can throw an AoE down, which won't won't apply to you. You'll be immune. They can frost nova, but the cloak will prevent the frost nova from applying to you, which will like literally good rogue tactics are like literally it reminds me of like Magic the Gathering, right? It plays out like a combat phase. Each tick is like a combat phase in the Magic the Gathering game, because like the immunity from the cloak prevents the frost nova from applying. If the frost nova can't apply, it's exactly like Magic the Gathering with instants and spell interrupts and stuff like that. If the frost nova can't apply, it does not break the stealth, and they cannot target you if you have Master of Deception. They don't have the skills. If the fairy fire is on you, you can't. I mean, you can't cloak and vanish. But in Classic, you don't have Cloak of Shadows. Cloak of Shadows is when you don't, like, you cannot be dotted, you cannot be anything applied, you cannot, you can be meleeed, but you can't be like, you cannot be applied, no dot can be applied to you, right? So good rogues are thinking about this. Like, technically, I have to go sub kind of for Classic. It's really dumb not to, because for like especially if you're using like Vanish to get out of your bad situations like that. Because if you're Master of Deception, their likelihood to redetect you after you vanished is very, very low. But the problem is in Classic, if there's any dots on you at all, if there's any dots, you can't remove them, and then your Vanish is only good for the combat drop. That's it. And by combat drop, I mean like dropping target for a single second. Then the dot ticks, it breaks your Vanish, and then you're just open to be targeted by the mage, or in my case, in that hardcore death, 4 mobs, right? So I get into this because I play retail for 13 years. I get into this fucking retail set of mind because I took rogue to 2200. I mean, I actually am a good like arena rogue. I actually am good. Like the combat states of the dots and stuff scare the shit out of me in Classic, because if there's 4 mobs and you run the Vanish, especially if the whirlwind is 2 levels higher, he resists the Vanish because he can just fucking see you. He's 2 levels higher, and if you're stealthed up next to him, he's gonna see you from like 8 feet away. You can't even get close enough to sap a whirlwind, because you can't sap a whirlwind in the first place. They're an elemental. But I think about this sometimes. I'm like even the Vanish, had I waited until 22, I would have had a better chance of maybe just vanishing and resetting all of them. The whirlwind would have walked back about 5 feet and probably just re-aggroed me again. But I could have had time to maybe the other pats that aggro because of the pickpocket fail maybe would have been off me long enough to where But the problem is, when all 4 of them aggroed me, my health was dropped from 100 to 0 instantly. I could not have responded. I would have had to vanish the second that the pickpocket failed with 0 hesitation. I would have been like, oh, pickpocket fail. I would have had to have been waiting for the pickpocket to fail. I should have been thinking about it. I should have been thinking about the chance of the pickpocket failing and being ready to vanish. I didn't have vanish because you don't get it until 22, so you can't get poisons on hardcore until 22 because the tower quest is for the poisons. And it sucks. You run it like a battle campaign in some kind of World War II scenario where you're up against the fucking Nazis and 4 fucking Gestapo aggro you, and you've got the ability to throw the fucking smoke bomb and just like throw chaos into the situation where they can't fucking see you to spray at you or grab you and throw chains on you or whatever, right? And so, or tackle you. And more like tackle you. They're more likely to tackle you than spray you up because you've got information. You're a spy, right? Rogues are like spies. So the enemy is far more likely to tackle you than just spray you up and waste you. They know that you know something. You're the scout. You're in there. You know who's out there. You know who's in the party. You like, honestly, it wouldn't. I mean, that's how it would play in a Rust situation. It wouldn't play like that in World of Warcraft, but I wish it did. I wish they would bring the real Warcraft aspects back to the World of Warcraft and make a sequel that's a lot more like New World mixed with Rust, where you can play it like New World if you want, and it's a total WoW game, and it's got PvE for the whole 20 years or whatever. But mainly you want to go build some WoW Rust fortress way out there, and they're making a Blizzard's making a survival MMO. They are. So, like, you make a fortress out there in the middle of like low sec to null sec, like fucking PAX Day tried to do. and EVE Online succeeded at, and you build out a nullsec in a base like Rust, and you're constantly worried about the defenses and stuff. But I want it to be RPG, and I want rogues to exist, and I want I want warlocks to exist, and I want it to be medieval and kind of like real like Warcraft combat, like not cutthroat. I just triple beamed you from 139 meters, and you're out of this fight before you even knew I was there. Rush shit. I'm talking about like I'm a rogue. I come up against a 1v2 out there in the wild. I want to rob the other rogue. He's got good loot, and the priest is in whites because he knows he's gonna die, and the rogue can vanish, so he's in better gear, right? And so I want to kill the rogue, so I sat the priest, and then I managed to unstealth the rogue and open on him with cheap shot, and I gank him out there in the nullsec, right? And then I take his shit, I blind the priest, and I disappear out there in nullsec. I want to WoW EvE now. I really do. And Pax Day, I don't think is going to manage it. I don't think they're going to manage it. I'm nervous about it. I'm not doubting them. I'm just saying it's not what I see when I look at what they're doing in the alpha. That is not what I see. So now I'm like, okay, we can try to play the old style WoW like it's a Rust game and try to think about it like that. I was doing a bit of it on my other rogue on Horde side, and I'm going to do it on my Feral a lot. And I think about that hardcore death, and I'm like, there's nothing I could have done except not fail the pickpocket. If I did fail the pickpocket, have vanish, which means waiting until level 22 to even do that shit. I think it is 22 when you get vanish. It's not 20. 20 is poisons. So 20, at 22, I go get the vanish, which ups my chance of not losing 50 fucking hours on a pickpocket fail. But honestly, I did not take that quest as seriously as I should. But it's actually like a skill check quest that's asking you, do you really, like, it's not just asking you, do you know your class? It's also asking you, are you ready for it to go, for the shit to go up creek? And are you ready to click the vanish the millisecond it does? And then spray the sprint after the combat pad drop just to get out of there and be ready to fucking gouge the fucking whirlwind if it aggroes and stuff. And I was just playing it like a PvE, like a PvE fucking grind fest, But no, there is points of it where it gets so for real fucking serious about losing 50 hours, and that's one of them. If you get pad aggro like that, and the whole mission is designed around that. The whole mission, that whole tower mission is completely designed around like pat aggro. It's the whole thing. Even the top is like pat. Even the boss is like pat aggro. Can you get your rogue business done before the pat inevitably discovers that you're there? Like Thief, because they were obsessed with Thief. Like the game Thief. Blizzard liked the game Thief. They definitely stole the playstyle directly from it and then put it into the rogue. And the rogue playstyle is like the end all be all of stealth play. It's the most superior form of it I've ever seen. It's better than Metal Gear Solid or Tenchu. It's got that real feel of like, oh my god, they actually can't see me.
You are welcome in Nighthaven as well as all of Moonglade. The Cenarian Circle welcomes all beings who respect the authority and command of
Goddamn
nature.
right. Yep.
While you are here, please be sure to preserve the balance in
all tribes,
things.
no chiefs, bitch.
Disturbances are not welcome here, and our wardens are trained to cease all hostilities without question. And so it begins, Father Cenarius, and
the chaos.
So it begins.
It's the chaos.
Dendrite makes a quick, invisible gesture in the air above him. A slight aura of power falls over him. The first perspective of nature you must adapt to is that of the bear. I will put you on the path to understanding this aspect of druidic life, but it is you that must embrace it and propagate it, now and forever. In the northwest part of Moonglade resides the home of a wise and noble being we call the Great Bear Spirit. For all druids, it has served as a tutor and mentor into the first true natural understanding of the bear. All druids at one point seek the spirit's wisdom, and you shall be no exception. Go to the Great Bear Spirit now and learn what it will teach. When it is satisfied with you, return to me here in Nighthaven. We will then see if you have truly taken account of the lessons it teaches.
I'm just gonna vendor that. I don't care about it. Yeah, I'll take the... Oh, you don't want it? Damn it. Maybe I can get the 2 silver for it or whatever. I'm gonna mail it off to... Shit. I don't think there's a mailbox here. Oh, I should go get the flight point. Definitely. Definitely. I love the whole twisty wood road. It's actually kind of cool. I like the idea of a wood road. It's sort of interesting. It would probably suck, but it would decay really fast. It wouldn't decay, but it would be rickety.
If you're looking for a flight back to Rutherin village, then you should talk to my Night Elven counterpart, Silva Filnaveth. If you're looking for a flight back to Rutherin village, then you should talk to my Night Elven counterpart, Silva Filnaveth.
Would you like a flight to Rutherin village, courtesy of the Cenarian Circle?
Not really, and I wish you wouldn't do this. Oh my god. I didn't know you were just gonna fucking fire me off. That sucks. Oh well, I can just teleport back here. It's whatever. Okay, so now we have a pause. Ooh, I want to play the Hypernet. Ooh, a Noctis for 8 million? Okay. I'll take it. 10 runs. Nope, nope. Gotta change that. No, no. Yeah, that's fine. No, I think I would like to have it be... Yep, there we go. The hell? Nice, Noctis blueprint, not bad. Wow, everybody's got their buffs. It's funny. Maybe they're all on the same team. Maybe is why. No. I missed whoever that was. Just like teleport out to somebody teleporting in like a fucking flu powder. Like, who the fuck was that? Like, so just, like somebody's like leaving in the flu powder. It's like literally like Harry Potter. It's the closest thing that we have to being Harry Potter, I think, are these games. You know, like I've come through the flu powder, and there's something Hermione is like leaving. It's fucking crazy. Like, what was that? Like, fucking Wish just left.
I can teach you fishing
Like, I actually
skills.
really like the suspension of like reality. You know, it's just awesome. It's like I'm a fucking wizard, Harry, basically. You know, and like I'm like this druid, and I'm about to become an animal now, and it's like really weird. It's like awesome, and I don't really want to go back to the real world. I must admit, I think it's better here. It's like here I can watch the witch leave and the flu powder. You know, in the real world we have like Israel Palestine. You know, it's like not to say that isn't a serious problem. It's just, you know, it's just like, you know, like, I don't know, let's see, would you rather watch Hermione leave in the flu powder or watch Israel kill Palestine? You know, I mean, it's the sad state of affairs. It's why video games blew the fuck up 6 times stronger than any other fucking industry, even like arms race shit. You know, it's because we don't really want to do your fucking real world bullshit anymore. Nobody really likes your rape and violence anymore. We'd rather watch Hermione leave in the flu powder, you know, through the fucking teleporter. That, I mean, I really would. I'd rather do that than look at what you guys have done to the world. About you guys, I mean the world governments. Just trying to be clear. Maybe I should look at the price of containers. Linen bags for $220. It's a good deal. I wish I'd had that before. I spent goddamn like 30 silver on 4 bags, and I see that, and I come now and I see that it's only 8, and it's like, why did I spend fucking 30 silver on bags, and why is it suddenly way cheaper? It's like, why is it? I don't know. It's Wednesday, I guess. I don't know. Is it Wednesday? Yeah, it's Wednesday, right? No, it's Thursday. It's Thursday now. Yeah, it's Thursday now. You got an 8 slaughter? Come on, man. Like, what are you charging for 8 slaughters? Let's go. There's like 600 fucking, like, 6 slaughters here. It's just excessive. 16 silver, huh? No. Not yet. Yeah, sure, I'll take it, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't have sold the leather. I should have. See, like, for 2 silver, huh? That's fine. It's fine. I can get leather. Leather's endless. Okay, so, I mean, it wasn't that bad that I came here. It's fine. I don't mind that I came here. I don't think there's anything I can do to up my damage, really, but I wanted to kind of take a look. Maybe I can get piece of crap greens. Let's just see. So, we're looking for leather... Maybe shoulder, but I doubt it. Yeah, I'm looking for usable. And that starts at what, 15? Yeah, I don't think so. So, chest. Yeah, I don't... hey, look, actually, yeah, and then sort by level. There is a Noel War harness with 2 strength, 2 stam, 3 spirit on a gypsy tunic of spirit. I could take that. It would help me. But honestly, I'm looking for probably cheap, I don't know what the main stats... Like right now, I'm spamming Wrath, so that, I mean, that's intellect. I'm gonna look for intellect. 4 spirit. See if I could get 4 intellect for 10 silver, but I doubt it. I fucking doubt it. 2 intellect, 2 stamina wouldn't be bad, but it's too expensive. Yeah, see, like, I don't know. Here, Pioneer Tunic of Spirit for 5 silver. It's actually not that bad, but
the asteroid is depleted.
1 intellect, 2 spirit would be better. They are noticing. I'm noticing that they are upcharging intellect, which, I mean, that's pretty normal. It's the mage stat. I don't know, like, they're trying to fuck boomkin druids here though. That's a good deal, but I would prefer intellect if I could get it, or even agi. But no agi. Like, I want to intellect. Damn it, you're not gonna give it to me, are you? Yeah, I don't think you are. Not at an affordable price anyway. Let's just go back up to... I think I saw something viable up there. Yeah, like in the 10 silver range. Actually, I don't want to spend 10 silver. I'm going to take one of these, right? Yeah, one of the... That's a good deal. I'll take the Pioneer Tunic Spirit. That's fine. For 5, yeah, 6 silver, that's good. And then anything waste. Yes, but it's exorbitantly expensive. Legs. Little cheaper, but not my price range. Looking for 1 intellect, 1 stam is actually maybe worth the 12 silver. I might need to do training. So let's go look at that. I think 1 piece is enough for now, I would say. Okay, so I think now I do teleport back. Frames just sitting much better since I reformatted. It's very, very good.
Is depleted. Oh, it's north? Oops. Oh, it is north. I see. I was just like, wow, I see a lot of animals here. And it's like pretty free. It's like free money, basically. I'm gonna kill them all. Yeah, this was like 2 silver just lying here, you know. Skinning things does translate directly to money. It's actually like one of my favorite things in all of gaming is skinning. It's just like direct money, you know, not direct. Well, yeah, it's direct money. If you go to a vendor, you can just vendor it, and even that's like some silver, you know, some money. Like right now, yep, 50. I can vendor right now for 56 copper, or I can convert to something worth 2 silver, which I'll do. You know, right there, I got 2 light leather. Yep, and I can just make armor kits and I can vendor them for 15 copper, and it's always moving me upwards towards a higher leather working, and that's good, you know. Yep. I like crafting, and WoW, it's very therapeutic and fun. You know, I liked the crafting in Final Fantasy XIV quite a bit. I just don't want to pay a monthly. I think they cap you on the professions when you're a free trial pretty low too. It's like 50 or something, and that sucks sort of. Like, I wonder if I could look at Final Fantasy XIV as a survival game and totally just drop the MSQ out of it, you know, and just do the crafting until they free trial cap me, and cap all of the professions and all of the jobs to 60, I think. Because like, I think you can actually play the game pretty much for free now. They want you to. They're like, yeah, you can play this game for free now, but I don't know how well the Final Fantasy 14 client, it's a whole different beast. I don't know how well the 14 client will play with others. Maybe. It might. I mean, I imagine Square, if they were to optimize a client in their fucking repertoire, it would be, you know, fucking Final Fantasy 14, I would say. So, it would be interesting to start over a complete new. I mean, I already have like 14 on my Steam account. I think I even spent money on it. I think I unlocked 14. I think I don't know. I had to rebuy it after they locked me out of my fucking main. I don't like 14. I don't like the combat. So it's a hard game for me. I mean, the combat's fine, but it's just not fun for me. I really felt like it was a chore to do it. It makes you focus all the time. You're like constantly running rotations. You can maybe simplify it with macros now, and I might take a look at it like that, where I'm just like holding my button down and it's spamming my rotation. And 14 might be a lot better of a game now. But honestly, it was not as fun as WoW. Not at all. It was not as fun as WoW. Like for a long time I felt that way. That was on the wrong key. Seek out the great bear spirit. It remains to be seen if you're ready, young one. Even the wisest and oldest of druids are never truly ready. So now what? Do I go back now? Why are you aiming me that way? Oh, I do. And every time that I think about Final Fantasy 14, I think about 11. You know, I sometimes I feel like I should be soloing Black Mage instead of BST, because BST is such a slow, long grind. But but Final Fantasy 11 Black Mage is just as fun as WoW Mage. It's just as fun. It's got a really good repertoire of stuff. It's got all the stuff that like Mage has in WoW, and like. My real issue with this is you're always like holding Alt and you're pressing 1 all the time. But if I could just use my mouse to run the macros so that the Black Mage was casting Fire 2 over and over again on its targets, I could play 11. 11 would be a lot more fun for me. I used to do that with controllers. I would turn on auto fire and I would just let the controller have the Black Mage cast spells. And now I like looking at that. My real issue with old MMOs is I think the one thing that they should have done is they should have changed their vernacular of like, okay, so for rogue you press, you know, 2 2 2 2 2 2 3 2 or whatever, you go 2 3 2 2 3 2 2 2 2 2 2 3 2 3 2 3 2 3, right? And you notice how it kind of sounds like a song, but they make you play each note like you're reading music in an orchestra. But what it really should be is like is I hold down a button and the player piano runs. And that's how I play WoW. Like if I aim at this deer, I hold down my mouse 4 and it runs a rotation that I have macroed right here with, you know, like 30 spells or whatever this is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's like 30 spells or something like that. So I have it run 30 spell rotation, and my mouse 4 key is set to auto fire like those old controllers. So I just, you know, I hold down when I want to kill something in these MMOs, I just hold down the mouse 4 key. I feel the same way about Rust. I feel the same way about WoW and 11. EvE and all that. EvE is really good because all you do is you press F1, F2, and just like old school RuneScape, right there it is. Now I come over here, I target that node, and I press F2. And that's it. And then I don't have to come back here until the next thing is depleted, and I've got to get the next target assigned. And I love that. It's just auto firing, right? And that's what needed to happen in the revolution of old school MMOs. They should have just acknowledged it, chained the spells forward, let you just hold a button to spam them, and accepted that it is kind of like a player piano, and that we'll all make it like a player piano if you won't let us do that, right? And that's what we've been doing for 10 years. I know. That's why the 9-button mouses were such a big fucking deal. Like, trust me, all the WoW players, they don't fuck around with pressing 2, 2, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Some of them do because they like it, right? They like that dance. They're like 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3. They like that shit. They do it, right? But some of us don't want it. Some of us just want to sit there and hold a button down and collect the loot, right? Because we're old, we're fat, we're fucking lazy, we're slow. I mean, I'm speaking for myself. When I say we're, I'm just going to say I. I'm slow, I'm old, I'm fat. I don't care to aim at your fucking head in a game of Rust. I'm too low. Now, when I was 21... I would have kicked your fucking ass on CSGO or Rust. I would have kicked your fucking ass. You know what I'm saying? No doubt, no hesitation, no fucking, like no doubt. I'm 110% fucking positive that when I was 21 years old, I would have kicked the Stream Sniper's fucking ass. I would have kicked Ninja's ass. I would have kicked any of your fucking asses. Sure, no hesitation, no doubt. But I'm actually 40. It's been 20 years since I was like you. I'm not young like you or anything like that. So I've embraced the fact that I'm old. You know, and I target stuff, and I just press a button and I wait for it to die. You know, I don't target it, think about the 2 key and think about my rotation and go 2, 3, 4, 5 or whatever. I don't invest that much fucking time into it. I target it with left click and I hold down mouse 4 and I watch it die. Right? That's what good MMOs should be, in my opinion. But they broke them down into these individual abilities and stuff, when I think they should have just added a rotation that's like a primary rotation, and made suggestions to people, and then been like, here's a good 30 spell rotation that every druid should use when they're leveling his boomkin in Season of Discovery. Hold down the 2 key or hold down the mouse 4 key, whatever your preference is, and and watch your target die. And that's how they would have gotten millions and millions of more subs and the kids and all that other stuff, right? But instead they're like, here's a spell book with, I don't know, it's kind of daunting. It's like, here's 6, here's 12, here's another, 18, 21, fucking 22 fucking abilities or whatever. They're all cool. You should learn them. You should know what they do and stuff. But overall, it'd be much better if we could just hold down a button and watch something die. And they know this. They built their games around it. They enabled us to make the macros to make that possible. They want us to do that in Final Fantasy 11 or Final Fantasy 14 or WoW. I mean, they want us to do this. They just don't make the suggestion or how to do it. They just let you figure it out, right? And that's my problem sort of there. They should encourage you to, they should give you a macro when you start the game. And they're like, here is the community's idea of what the best DPS rotation for Boomkin is. You don't have to listen to it, but it's a really good template. Understand that you will be doing meta damage if you use this macro, right? Because they all love their fucking tiny penis meta words and Giga Chad words and all that. And so now, so here's a Giga Chad macro for meta damage, and you don't have to swipe left, or whatever, right? And so then hold down mouse 2 or hold down like mouse 4 or whatever, or your middle mouse button or whatever, hold down your middle mouse button. Hold right click to aim your camera, and hold down middle mouse after you've targeted something, and it will die. And that's what modern WoW should be doing. That's the approach that they should be making. They should be like understand that you don't have to fucking stop watching TikTok while you play this game, right? That's what they should be doing, because that's what our attention span is. They need to say it. They need to be like, yeah, we understand that you're jacking off to porn or watching TikTok, or your girlfriend's in your lap or your baby's in your lap or something, and you're just busy, right? And and what's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? We're lazy, we're busy. There's nothing wrong with that. Most of us work. There's nothing wrong with that. So they should embrace it, but instead they're like, here's 36 things. You can write a macro. We're not going to tell you how. Figure out, you figure it out, And so you end up spending you end up like being like, okay, the 1 through 5 keys are my binds, I guess. I'm gonna press 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 3, and that's cool. But that's a lot more attention than you actually need to pay to these games, and it's like in my estimation, it is like a industry fuck up to not encourage that. It's like an industry fuck up to not encourage it. Honestly, they should encourage the lazy. They should encourage the kids to be studying and doing their homework in the background. And living their lives in the real world. They shouldn't be like, oh, focus really hard for 12 hours and press the 2 and the 3 key 42,000 times. It actually should have been, nah, you held down your mouse 4 key 2100 times and you left clicked 2100 times. And instead of casting 40, wow. Oh yeah, sorry, you scared me for a second. Instead of casting 40,000 twos and threes, you just hold down the mouse 4 key for 2,000 times or whatever. And you just hold it down. You don't have to click 36 fucking buttons every time you want to fucking get something to die. Just hold mouse 4, right? Or hold 2. And most good MMOs have done this, but WoW 14, I wouldn't say so. Not really. It's in the game. It's in the game, and you can play it like that. But they don't tell you how. They don't encourage the new players to play it like that. They don't tell you how. They don't tell you what a macro is. They don't even they're like they have no hint as to what a macro button does at all. They're like, go learn it. Go Google, basically. And that's not too good for new player retention. The laziness is good for new player retention. Getting the walking sim out of it is good for new player retention. And holding down mouse 4 as opposed to pressing the 2 and the 3 key 40,000 times a session is a lot better for new player retention. The kids are watching TikTok. They're not fucking around with focusing on something for 12 hours. They might be, but it's probably uncommon. I'm not saying it doesn't happen. I'm saying it's just like, sure, there's some of them are like me and they've got Asperger's focus and they're just totally focused on WoW and they're pressing the 2 and the 3 key 40,000 times a session and they don't care about that. They like it. It's whatever, right? But my thing is maybe we should encourage a little bit more of an AFK lifestyle where you are living in the real world, maybe with Adderall. Yeah, maybe with Adderall. Yeah, with Adderall, they've got that focus. But no, they don't. They don't have that kind of focus. Like me, where they sit down for 12 hours and they just focus on 3 fucking games at once. And like some sessions, I don't even turn the YouTube on, Like tonight, I might not even turn on the YouTube and have some distraction in the background and just focus on the 3 games and try to get MMO work done, because I doubt they're like that. I think their attention span is a lot more fractured than that. I have this 6-second attention span just like them, but I mean, I don't.
Welcome,
I don't have faith in their ability to focus on this the way that they expected my generation to.
The Emerald Dream will take hold in you. You will hibernate for many years and walk amongst the purest of forms. It is there and then that your ultimate training will take place.
Okay, so I didn't want to skip it because I've never heard it. I've never heard this lore spoken to me, so I'm trying to understand it, trying to hear it. But honestly, I wanted to skip through him because I just don't have... I have basically the exact same attention span as them. But I've just been doing this for 20 years, so I'm so used to doing it that I can usually do it with such a low level of commitment and thought that I can mindlessly just talk about rocket science if I want, or something. I don't, or whatever subject comes to mind. It doesn't matter, or Oppenheimer or whatever. It doesn't matter what, what the and I'm distracted, and my bandwidth for the conversation, I must admit, is fairly low, and I'll get distracted and I'll run off like a moth at a fucking light flame, and or a light bulb, or a flame, and I just I know that I'm distracted in the background. It's hard for me to focus on what I'm doing in the moment and what I'm talking about. But it is that fragmented culture. We are that fragmented culture. That's who we are. So I think they expect us to do these 40,000 button presses each session, and I don't expect the modern age to have that sort of that sort of attention or retention, right? And so my suggestion to these developers is to just embrace I don't think they want to. I think they want us to focus, and they want us to play their game, and they want us to be there and be engaged and be in the moment and immersed, and that's the product that they're selling and stuff. And we know that they've done it well, right? But also, I think they should also embrace the fact that, like, most of us just want to sit there and watch the game play like a player piano, but still seem skilled when we make the decisions to keep the character alive, you know, and kind of play it like an RTS, you know? Play it like an RTS where, yeah, sure, the enemy could come and push through your, you know, your Age of Empires wall or your Civ wall or whatever, and you've got a problem because your home keep is being attacked or whatever. That could happen, but it's probably not going to happen every 35 seconds, and you're probably not going to have to press like 86 key presses to make the onslaught die, you know? And so we must embrace the idea that a lot of RPG players are actually playing this like an RTS, and they're pressing one button and they're watching their troops like you remember what combat looks like in Command and Conquer? Like 18 dudes with guns would just all spray one single target at once, and if it was one troop, it would just melt, right? Instantly dead. Shoom, the South Bar would be like, doom, and all 18 dudes would be firing all at once at one target, and it would just melt it, right? That's how modern RPG combat is. It's not this thing of I target you, I press 22222222225, 222222225, or whatever, right? That's not how modern RPG combat is. Modern New World is kind of like that, but most of the rest of them aren't. And so we need to embrace this RTS side of MMOs where it's a bit slower, and we just fire off an F1 on this node, and I fire off an F2 on this node, and I fire off my drones on this node, and I alt tab, right? Because I just don't, you know, I don't really want to focus on it that much more than that when I'm farming money. You know, I don't really want to focus much more than that. You know, when I'm skinning, I don't want to press one more than 4 buttons. See, there's my first button. Here's my second button. Here's my next two in combination.
In you, young one, that was not present.
Why are they always talking when I'm talking?
You gaze upon me with strength and knowing intent, though this intent is yet not focused. You will now learn to focus your strength and adopt the nature of the bear into your work.
Cool, I got bear.
The time has come for us to part ways, young one.
Did I get bear?
The application of your lessons takes you back to whom that sent you to me.
No.
Matheringill Bearwalker walks truly in balance with
Oh, they'll give it to me when I go back to Darnassus? Okay.
Close to where the balance has faltered. Listen to his instructions.
Yeah, he's cool. He's a badass druid pimp.
Your first lessons into your role as a protector of balance.
Smooth
Go
pimp.
now, young one. We shall meet again.
Okay, so what was I saying? I need a new target now because I spaced out and I killed the one I was talking about. Here's a good target. So I want this deer's money and what it represents to me, which is better gear for my druid. So when I want to kill the deer, let's say I'm coming back from being AFK after doing my homework, right? I don't want to press left click, hold left click and right click and move forward to the druid, or sorry, to the deer, and right click it, you know, and then right click it again to skin it. I mean, that's simple, and that's acceptable. What I want to do is I want to come back from AFK. I want to press mouse 4. I want to hold down left and right click, move forward to the deer, hit right click, and get that money in my fucking pocket in 4 button presses, right? But WoW combat's not like that. You select a target. You press 2, press 2, press 2, press 3, press 2, press 2, press 2, press 3, something like that, right? And whatever it is, depending on your class, or whatever, or you press right click and auto swing, and it's good that the auto swing's there. It's part of the solution to the problem, but there's also this other thing about, like, when you're fighting, it requires way much more focus than you actually should have to do, in my opinion. And it's good that it has both styles. You can focus and press 2, 2, 2, 3 and be all super into it, like the Adderall boy, that, you know, the Adderall person that we were speaking about earlier. Oh, hey, I like that sound. I'm full of money. Let's go back home with my money. And I didn't have to do anything. I was AFK the majority of that time, right? Now, I don't know. I don't know if MMOs should have auto farming, but I know that I don't really want to focus on it. Does that make sense? I know that I don't want to focus on it, so we need some kind of like in between. Oh, take the north path through the cave. Really? For what? Wait. Oh, no. You're talking about Dolinar. Yeah, you're talking about Dolinar. Okay. Oh, I bought a new chest, which means I had to put an armor kit on it. Oh, I got a lot of stuff, a lot of skin in this village, so we'll convert. That's good. That's 5. See, all those deers I killed, that was like 10 silver. Like even in vendor, it's like 7 silver or something like that. I can vendor for 7 silver and not even make the auction house commitment of the work, because that takes walking and clicks and time too. So sometimes I'll just straight up vendor to a lot of people on WoW will straight up vendor to the vendor shit that's really valuable to the community, because they just can't be fucked to walk to the auction house vendor. You know, that's how lazy WoW players actually are. And so I don't know, it's a thing. They need to make it a little more. I guess it's really as it is right now. You can wire it up to play like with a third party program for a 9-button mouse. You can wire it up to play like a player piano, where I just hold down one key and watch the target die, right? But it requires outside hardware. I posit that is bad design. I posit that is bad billionaire software despot design, designed to sort of rip off kids of their time and rip off adults of their time, and it's unnecessary. They should just add the ability to hold down a button and run your macro rotation directly in the fucking game, and cut the 9-button mouse middleman out of it, because the 9-button middle mouse man is sort of a scripter in a way. The mouse running scripts is essentially not cheating, but it's like this gray area of the end user license agreement. They don't like it, but they don't ban for it, right? They don't like it. They think it's lazy, and I don't blame them. I think it is kind of lazy, holding down a button and watching the game play itself, right? But I mean, that's who we are in 2023. I think they constantly resist it, and they constantly battle it, and they don't want AFK bot farming, and they don't like bots, and they're not into automated stuff. They don't like automation of their game, and I can't blame them for that. But I mean, we do it. We fucking do it. They should just accept that we do it, and they should accept it and move on and add it into the fucking client. Now, I believe they're going to do this. They said they were going to do this for controllers. They were like, we're going to make it so you can just hold down a button and it runs a rotation, right? And that's how it should be played. That's how playing WoW on a controller is. I played Demon Hunter to level 80 in the end of BFA, and I did the entirety of it on a controller. That was when I was in the madhouse, you know? And I did like, you know, and I yeah. And that was so awesome, getting to level 80 on Demon Hunter from level 1 to level 80. And I did all of the questing and all of the PvP and all of the fucking islands and all of the... I have all these mini pets that I got from the islands because I liked running islands on a controller Demon Hunter. It was actually really fun. It was good content for a controller Demon Hunter. It was bad content for anybody else. But it was really good content for a controller Demon Hunter, because it was just this endless island of really fun mobs that you would get all these cool crits and new abilities to subdue and kill and stuff. Islands suck dick. They were very bad content, but they were good for controller Demon Hunter. It was kind of funny, and I would say I liked Islands because I was playing it differently than everybody else. Oftentimes I'm doing experiments that make their content a lot more fun than it actually is. This is a reality about being a streamer, and it's a reality about making their games fun for yourself. Is you have to play it how you like to play it, and that's usually something dumb. it's usually something dumb in RP. It's kind of funny. Even Rust players RP. Trust me. It's you know, even Call of Duty players do a lot of RP because it's good for the shits and the giggles. It makes it a lot more entertaining and funny. It's really funny.
For a flight back to Ruthven Village.
You want an example of Rust RP?
Counterpart, Silva Naveth.
Spawn on the beach, call the other guy the N-word 15 times and get him banned on his stream. Run to outpost. Break 2 barrels along the way, get 50 scrap, go to the fucking vendor, buy 20 flares, scrap the 20 flares, or I'm sorry, yeah, I'm sorry, that's the wrong, you don't buy flares, excuse me. You get 200 scrap. You break barrels on the way to outpost, which is what you do anyways. You get to outpost, you buy 2 F1 grenades for, I don't know, 100 scrap or whatever it is. You farm 120 scrap. You're naked. You have 2 grenades and a dream. You walk over to the fucking elevator. You wait until you wait until you hear the elevator coming up, because you know that that's sweats in full metal with guns that can actually kill the guys that are in the train tunnel, right? And they're coming up, and they've been grinding the train tunnel for 25 minutes, and they've got like pretty good loot. They've got 700 scrap, and they've got like 4 gun. They've got four kits, 4 guns, and a lot of meds and a lot of scrap, right? And so you just wait, and you just drop that grenade down that fucking elevator, and boom, you did the best rust RP there ever is. You collect the 3 kits, you put one of the kits on, you strap up with 3 AKs and 3 MP5s. You're richer in 5 seconds than 9/10 of the server, and you did this like 20 minutes into joining the server. Now, Rust streamers do this all the time. They might not do it with grenades, because that's fucked up. It's fucked up to kill 4 people in an elevator shaft. It just is. It's fucked up. It's fucked up to drop a grenade in an elevator. Only psychos would ever do that, you know? But I mean, people do it. I've done it. And so that's Rust RP. I have a video on my channel that's showing it, you know, us waiting at the elevator with naked with 2 grenades and a dream, you know. And so RP is possible in every game, and I suggest you get good at it. I suggest you make your game more fun by, like, you know, just making it more interesting for you to play. Whatever that means to you. It might be getting kills. It might be dressing up. It might be getting 3,000 people on a Minecraft server. It might be, you know, Rust zombies, or, you know, fuck, what else do I do RP? You know what else I'd used to do that's really RP? When I was leveling in New World, it was so goddamn boring for the viewers, I think, that I was just like I knew this. And so I would get drunk, I would turn off my UI, I would strap up with a 2-hand weapon and a life staff, so I knew I wouldn't die. And the problem with turning off your UI is you can't see your health bar. But therein lies the RP fun, right? You can't see your fucking health bar. So you're like, it's just like Rust Hardcore. You're like gliding down a highway at night with your fucking headlights turned off. I did this for weeks, like all night for weeks, like 3 weeks, something like that. I just played New World single solo. Only New World, because it doesn't play well with others. And I just turned off my UI, and I killed as I grinded all the way to 60, right? And it wasn't hardcore, and if you die, you die. Who cares? You can pull the UI back if you think your health's low and you don't want to do all the running back or whatever. But overall, like, you know, it's you can cheat if you want to, but overall, I would just keep the UI off, and I would listen to the good New World music, or I would listen to YouTube. And honestly, that was some of the most fun I've ever had on my stream. And it's dumb. You make no money doing it. The XP is about as slow as it possibly could be, because you're not questing. You're just killing random mobs out there. You're making money, a lot of money, because you're farming everything that you see, because there's no map or anything to suss out the world with, right? And I had so much fun doing that, and I would do that again. You know, I would go to the desert and chop trees chop cactuses naked, or not naked, but like with the UI off. You know. And that's an example of RP that you know, that you should introduce into your titles. This is why GTA RP is so strong, and, you know, Unturned and shit like that.
Village, courtesy of the
Rust.
Circle?
It's the RP actually does exist in those games in a very real and very verifiable way. Like, ESO used to be a lot more RP when people actually used the voice chat. It actually played a lot more like Rust. It was such a good game. But then people stopped talking to each other, and just a reminder, there is no text chat in ESO, you know? They didn't want us typing to each other or spamming look for group shit or acting like World of Warcraft. They wanted us fucking talking to each other like Rust. And original classic fucking ESO is actually so good. It actually really is. It's so good. It's so good like Rust or like classic WoW. Because you have to talk. You like have to talk. There's no other way to communicate to anybody. Like Rust, there's no. I mean, Rust has more text chat than ESO does. It's kind of funny. So if you actually want to build a community in ESO, you have to talk to each other because there's no typing unless it's on a Discord. It's kind of funny. But I really respect that choice. I think that was such an interesting thing that ZeniMax did. And I must have clocked 750 hours on ESO doing all the cool VoIP RP. You know, I like the first time I ever posted any streamer videos was actually in 2017 on Facebook. On my Facebook, I have like 5 videos where me and this British kid who was like, I don't know, 17 or something, we like ran around full blown doing RP skits in the middle of whatever the town is called, Davin's Watch, I believe. And for hours we would just crack up screaming laughter. I was high on methamphetamine and he was just crazy. He was crazy person. And we would run skits like his skit was overly sexual grandpa. And he was an extremely good overly sexual grandpa, and he was RPing overly sexual grandpa, which was such a good skit anyways. It was like pure out of a Russell Brand skit or something. It was pure gold. And he was like, "Hey kitty, it's overly sexual grandpa. Gotta take you to my basement dungeon now." I can't do the old voice because I'm not a good voice person. I've never been a cartoon voice person. I can't do it. I suck so bad at it. My best friend is like literally Hollywood quality. He can do any voice. He can do like German bisexual, you know, he can do anything. He can do anything. But I can't, but you know, he was overly sexual grandpa. And I don't even remember what my skit was, but it was probably just as bad. It was like, I don't even remember. 222. Night Elf Warrior. 222. I don't know what he means, but okay. Oh wait, I'm not going here, am I? Oh yes, I am. I could have hearted this entire time. I'm a fucking idiot. No, I want. Well, yeah, I do. I want a heart to Dolinar. It's all right. Fuck it. So I look for RP. I feel like Classic is kind of RP just in nature. Like you're just out there in the world doing World of Warcraft stuff. It's very RP just in its nature, which I like. And I don't know how to make. Sometimes I think about going and joining like a real strong World of Warcraft RP community and playing like a rogue that actually like RP's rogue, you know, because I have rogue tendencies. I like sneaking around. I don't like fighting my enemies head on. I'm a hamstring guy. Long before the hour that the fight that we agreed to happens, your car broke down in the morning, and when you went to go fucking like, you know, fix the tire blew up because it was C4. You know, that's actually my style. I hate to say it, but I would call it, and I'm not a fighter. I've never struck a human being in anger, so I don't. You know, I'm a full blown like Gandhi pacifist. I would never struck a human being in anger. Never. So, like I don't know. It's like kind of funny. So, but when I fight in combat in video games and stuff, my style is very much so. Like, you know, like your tire on the way to the fight, you know, getting to a street fight, right? We're getting to a street fight. I show up to the fight, but you don't, because when you get in your car to come to the fight, your tire is flat, and when you go to the tire, it's C4. And I hate to say this, but this is an element of my personality. This is another reason why most people won't fuck with me at all. And not most people, almost all. There's only one person I've ever met willing to fuck with me, and he went to jail. Because it's just like, I have a devious brain. They know better. They know what's going to happen. I'm going to destroy them and everybody they know, and I'm going to do it legally. And I'm not going to fuck with you. And most people that did, I did it. I destroyed them legally, and I took everything they had from them. Anybody who did ever fuck me, I destroyed them completely. They lost their family, their freedom, everything they owned. Yeah. So don't fuck with me. I know it's an unnecessary statement. It's just true. It sucks. Now, I like making threats on my YouTube. Isn't it fun? Do you guys enjoy it? Making vague, angry 40-year-old boomer, like basement dweller, like angry, vague threats of doom on my YouTube channel. I'm gonna publish this to my YouTube channel. Hey, you out there! I'm gonna threaten you on my YouTube. Don't fuck with me. Leave me alone. Okay, we gotta go in this dangerous cave now. Maybe I'll turn on something else. Let's just go see. I like threatening people on my YouTube channel. It's fulfilling. It's something I can do. It's not against the law or against their rules. I can totally like blindly threaten people I don't know. There's nothing wrong with it really, as long as it's vague and has no like real, you know, like real, you know, like details. It's fine. Don't fuck with me. All right. Nice spawn. Wait, is my rune on? What is that? It's Fury of Storm Range on the chest. No, it's not. There we go. Drink. Philip DeFranco. Let's do Philip DeFranco. Philip DeFranco has become the highlight of my day. I gotta say, he's like one of the best. One of the best. Definitely one of the best, because he really usually keeps out of it. You know. Ooh, do I have notifications? I do. Hey, I gotta find gaming. Yay. Cool.
Dean's associates being revealed. What's actually going to happen now that Colorado's banned?
Colorado! Take him down, Trump! Colorado killed Trump. Colorado killed Trump. I love Colorado. Colorado killed Trump. And it makes sense to me. Colorado's no better than to truck with Trump. Truck with Trump. You know what I'm saying? Colorado's no better. We do. When you're out there on the fucking plains and in the fucking mountains where the bears and the fucking snow can kill you and shit, you don't back people that are gonna fucking leave you high and dry. You'll freeze and starve to death and get eaten by the bears. Rocky Mountain people know better. It's not about his affiliation or his party. It's about how fucking wishy-washy and no policy he is. You don't back somebody when you're in the Rocky fucking Mountains. You'll fucking freeze to death. You don't back somebody who's wishy-washy. You'll fucking freeze to death on the fucking trail. Trust me. That's how mountain people think. It's how Alaska people think. It's how Montana people think. You don't go out to the fucking boonies where nobody lives in the Rocky fucking Mountains, backed by some asshole who's gonna let you freeze to death when it actually matters. Colorado knows better.
Trump from the ballot. We got Jim Jerks.
Surprises me not at all. We know better. We know better. We have a climate that gets below 0 degrees. We do. You know, it gets below 0 in Colorado. It's cold in the D. How the fuck are we ever gonna be free while Trump's on our fucking minds? It's so cold in the D.
Karma, cops crashing into gay bars, people getting scammed with surgical implants. We're talking about all that and so much.
It's cold in Detroit. They know better. You can't back somebody who's gonna let you freeze to death. It's cold in Chicago. They know better. You can't be backing somebody that'll let your ass fucking freeze to death in the winter. It's just not like that in this country anymore. Fuck them. Get them out of here. Colorado stands. Colorado for the motherfucking win.
More on
It's the place of my birth. I'm as proud as I've ever fucking been. Colorado for the motherfucking win.
Second to last scheduled Philip DeFranco show of 2023. So buckle up, hit that like button, and let's just jump into it. Starting with, it is so nice when we get to have the rare story of dickheads being held accountable. And today's contestants are two German female fitness influencers by the names of Berna and Debs. Because last month they uploaded a video titled "Copying the Weird Man in the Corner of the Gym." And the title of that video gives you exactly what you think you're gonna get. They mimic and seemingly mock this random guy's movements while his back's turned at the gym, doing things like lunges before falling over in hysterical laughter. Which apparently they thought, like, everyone's gonna love this. The internet's gonna give us a high five. But instead, the internet skipped the hand and went straight for the face. With comments popping up like such gross behavior from grown women, gags, saying it's people like that make the gym a scary, unachievable place for others. And people saying to the guy, they're just trying their best. I have no idea why they think this is so hilarious. So what we saw is that, after they got all that heat, Berna and Debs immediately made their Instagram and TikTok accounts private, with them recently coming back without apologizing or addressing the controversy, at least publicly. Though privately, they appear to have DM'd one of the TikTokers who called them out by the name of Noah, with him showing a message he said he received from Debs, subscribes telling him to take down his video. They're there claiming she never meant to mock or make fun of the gym goer, who was rather, quote, playfully copying his workout, and adding we followed his routine and laughed while doing it. Unfortunately, many misunderstood the video, so we took it down. You know, how you do in a playful, non-judgmental video titled Copying the Weird Man in the Corner of the Gym. But then, you know, as far as the held accountable part of this, Noah also claimed that a personal trainer at the gym saw the video and contacted it. Noah saying the good news is that this guy sent me a DM and his colleague, who is a manager at the gym, has kicked them out. So assuming that's true, it seems like to a certain degree these women have been held accountable. You know, with this story, I want to speak on it a little bit further because it is something that it's like I've experienced and it's something close to my heart. I cannot stand douchebags like this. The person that would film someone without their consent to make fun of them. Or if it's about their form, they're there in the gym. They are trying to do something. If you have a fucking issue with it, go over there and be like, hey, this is how you actually do it. Or, alternative option, mind your own damn business. Maybe don't film someone without their permission, especially if it's meant to ridicule them. Because also sexually, you know, I think in the fitness space, there's definitely been a
come
rise
on,
of, like, really fantastic fitness
oh
influencers,
come
people
on,
who do not gatekeep. They
are you
call out
fucking
this behavior.
serious?
They're like actually wanting people to better themselves, to foster healthy environments. But still in this space, there is no shortage of toxic jerks. Or the kind of people that are like, did you see that Nike ad with all those fat people in workout clothes? What are they doing? People filming or mocking large people in the gym.
Because
like,
they're pieces of shit. They're pieces of cyberbully, fucking like local real life bully shit. They're pieces of shit. The trash, you don't have to attack them. They'll take themselves out. Trust me. Their fucking judgment and their bullshit. I see it sometimes too. I'd be walking down that country road, right? But we got neighbors and stuff, and they be out there shaking my hands and stuff, and they're like introducing themselves and saying hi in the summer and all this. I love my neighbors, right? And like, but you can tell some of them are like, haha, look at the fat ass walk, right? You can tell, you can see it in their eyes. Some of them are like, yeah, get skinny, you know, get better. Some of them are like, haha, look at the fat ass walk. You can see it in their fucking eyes. And that's the garbage. That's the trash. Let them take themselves out.
Because you'll do that, and then in another breath you'll be like, and so many people are obese and lazy in this country. Everyone's got a starting point. Taking those first steps.
I missed what he was talking about. I missed what he was talking about because I fucking had Lord Menelaus fucking like pathing glitch right as I was making the killing blow. I missed the entirety of this skit, so I'm gonna fucking start it over. Sorry. I think this stuff is important. The fat shaming stuff, I honestly don't care about it because if you're a fat person, you've been getting it your entire fucking life, you know? Like, I didn't get any fat shaming until I was like, I don't know, 30, but I definitely did. When I was like 30 and I was fat and I was like junky and stuff and I was like not doing so well. And I'm still not doing so well, but I'm doing better now. I've definitely dropped like 80 pounds and I'm getting there. I'm working on it. And like, you know, and it was never that much of a problem for me, fat shaming. And I gotta say, I already didn't give a living shit what anybody fucking said about me, which made it a lot easier to just not care so much about fat shaming. But I don't like it when I see it in the community because I think it's crass and it's shitty and it's low class and it makes us look like shittier people. You're not helping the world, you know?
Yo, today we're talking about the secret list of Epstein's associates being revealed.
That'd be Bill Gates.
Trump from the ballot. We got gym jerks getting karma, cops crashing into gay bars, people getting scammed with surgical implants. We're talking about all that and so much more on the second to last scheduled Philip DeFranco show of 2023. So buckle up, hit that like
the year's
button.
over.
Let's just jump into it. Starting with, it is so nice when we get to have the rare story of dickheads being held accountable. And today's contestants are two German female fitness influencers by the names of Berna and Debs. Because last month they uploaded a video titled Copying the Weird Man in the Corner of the Gym. And the title of that video gives you exactly what you think you're gonna get. They mimic and seemingly mock this random guy's movements while his back's turned at the gym, doing things like lunges before falling over in hysterical laughter. Which apparently they thought, like, everyone's gonna love this. The internet's gonna give us a high five. But instead, the internet skipped the hand and went straight for the face. With comments popping up like such gross behavior from grown women, gags, and it's people like that make the gym a scary, unachievable place for others. And people saying to the guy, they're just trying their best. I have no idea why they think this is so hilarious. So what we saw is that,
they're garbage
they got
people.
all that heat.
I don't use this phrase on my stream as much anymore as I used to, but I used to have a phrase for this. They're garbage crab people. They live in a can that they found deep down there in the brine in the ocean, and they crawl up onto the beach and they find a bridge and they get under the bridge and they begin to fucking troll you, and they're garbage crabs. You know, they're like a crab, think like, you know, what's that show? SpongeBob SquarePants. They're like a crab that's got like a crappy old can for a house or whatever, and they're like
sitting there under the bridge. They crawl inland like some kind of fucked up robber crab or whatever, and they get under the bridge in their normal position, and they man their troll position like the predictable pieces of shit that they are. Like way to be a carbon copy of every other piece of shit in the universe. You seem really dedicated to being a piece of shit. Like really seem to like you've got the mannerisms of a piece of shit down pretty good, you know. And and then they just fire the shots up at the people above them on the bridge. That's like that's like their lives. They're garbage crabs. It's like literally what they are. And that's literally what their lives are. And so I don't use this phrase that much anymore because I feel like it's kind of garbage crab to call the garbage crab people garbage crabs. I prefer to just stand on the bridge and look down at them.
Accounts private. Them recently coming back without apologizing or addressing the controversy, at least publicly. But privately, they appear to have DM'd one of the TikTokers who called them out by the name of Noah, with him showing a message he said he received from Debs telling him to take down his video. They're there claiming she never meant to mock or make fun.
Garbage crab people, dude. Garbage crab people. Gotta bring other people down. In the rap scene, they had to call them haters. But I think that's too nice. It's almost like a proud affiliation word, haters. Like you could almost get behind it, kind of thing. Haters, I hate Nazis, so I guess I'm a hater. You know, but garbage crab people makes it exactly clear what I mean. They're garbage crab people. They're not haters. They're garbage crab people. You know, it's like literally what their lives are.
Followed his routine and laughed while doing it. Unfortunately, many misunderstood the video.
They spent their entire fucking life making fun of other fucking people like fucking Nelson Muntz on The Simpsons, and they have no idea that they look like Nelson fucking Muntz on The Simpsons. Ha ha!
In a playful, non-judgmental video titled "Copying the Weird Man in the Corner of the Gym." But then, as far as the held accountable part of this, Noah also claimed that the person.
Now, the worst part is there is some people in this world who probably really loved this skit and loved that the girls did it. That's the other part. And they had an audience, or they wouldn't have done it.
Personal trainer at the gym saw the video and contacted it. Noah saying the good news is that this guy sent me a DM and his colleague, who is a manager of the gym, has kicked them out. So assuming that's true, it semes like to a certain degree these women have been held accountable. With this story, I want to speak on it a little bit further because it is something that
they're not doing anything illegal. You can't do anything to those women. You can shame them on your social media, cancel them, I guess. Like kick their gym membership, but what the fuck can you do? They're not doing anything. They're being mean girls. Mean girls have never had any kind of like reprisal. Mean girls operate with zero reprisal. It's a fact of life. But I mean, after the way that men have treated women for millions of years, they can be mean girls. I don't give them permission. They shouldn't be, but they really shouldn't. They shouldn't be mean girls, They shouldn't be mean girls. But if anybody's gonna be mean, I think women have the leeway there. After millions of years of just subjugation and a patriarchal fucking disaster, 350 years or whatever of no female leadership in North America and all this shit, I think maybe we give them a pass the same way that we say boys will be boys. I think we kind of give mean girls the pass because women haven't had it too easy. It's kind of like when we talk about people who have faced the ravages of white slavery and stuff like that. They haven't had it that easy, right? So we kind of give the mean girls a pass, don't we? We try and cancel them and we talk shit about them and we act mean girl towards the mean girls, right? And we bully the mean girls, right? We do this. We do this too. It goes both ways. The mean girls bully us, so we bully the mean girls too. So, but just understand, like I'm far more likely to be like girls will be girls than I am boys will be boys. I'm a lot more likely to be like, yeah, mean girls get the pass. They do, Mean girls get the pass. I don't believe in boys will be boys anymore.
With Lord Melenas laid to
experienced
rest,
and something close to my heart. I cannot
matters.
stand
Thank you,
douchebags like this.
adventurer.
Yeah, get your blah blah out of the way here. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Oh, I haven't looked at my thing in a while. Am I full? No, I'm empty. Okay.
that would film someone without their consent to make fun of them. Or if it's about their form, they're
Yeah,
there.
you know, that I could see. They could change the laws where if your intent on filming somebody is to denigrate them or shame them or make them feel like bad, I don't know. Why is it legal to film anybody in public anyways, sort of? I don't know. I guess it's free use. If you're in public, you should be, you know, understanding that you could be filmed. There's no laws about that, I don't think, and I'm not sure there should be. It's kind of fascism. But I'm just sort of like, why are we allowed to just haul off and film somebody anyways? Isn't that kind of a violation of privacy a little bit in some ways? Shouldn't we maybe have a law about privacy in this country now?
In the gym, they are trying to do something. If you have a fucking issue with it, go over there
Suck
and be
a
like,
dick.
hey, this is how you actually do it. Or, alternative option, mind your own damn business. Maybe don't film someone
'em,
without
Phil.
their permission, especially if it's meant to ridicule them. Because also, secondly, you know, I think in the fitness space, there's definitely been a rise of like really fantastic fitness influencers, or people who do not gatekeep. They call out this behavior. They're like actually wanting
Good people.
to better themselves, to foster healthy
Like
environments.
real
But
and
still in this
actual
space, there is no
physical
shortage
fucking
of
therapists.
toxic jerks.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
kind of people that are like, did
And
you see
streamers.
that Nike ad with all those fat people in workout clothes? What are they doing? Or people filming or mocking large people in the gym. Like, what do you actually want? Because you'll do that, and then in another breath, you'll be like, "Ugh, and so many people are obese and lazy in this country. Everyone's got a starting point. Taking those first steps are already hard enough without judgmental dickheads doing stuff like this. I mean, like, I'm well on my journey, but I still primarily work out at home, or I do things like hikes because I don't like
I like Philip. Apparently he was 400 pounds like me, and now he's like, you know, probably 185, something like that. I'm gonna do it too.
the idea of going somewhere where people are going to do stuff like this. So I will say good on people in this space that are calling things out, good on gym owners that are kicking out jerks like this. And yeah, I guess if anything, this should just be a little reminder. Let's look out for one another a little more. And then if over the next, let's say 11 days, you happen to see rich and powerful men like just digging holes, very probably big enough for them to try to hide into. I think I might know why. Because as you might have seen, a judge actually just ordered the name of over 150 of Jeffrey Epstein's associates to be unsealed on January.
Bill Gates can't hide anymore.
February 1st. So the ball in Times Square is not the only thing dropping. Though notably, while this is big news, you have places like ABC News kind of trying to temper expectations, noting this is not going to be just like a
The ball in New York is the ball in New York isn't the only thing that's dropping. Classic. Crying. That's some good shit. Yep. It's actually genuinely funny.
saying that some of these names may have just been included in depositions or emails because the names
I'm learning what the topical humor is like. I've never had to entertain anybody with my humor. Girls, I guess I'm good at making girls laugh, I would say, but I don't. Well, sometimes it's making them laugh and making them laugh, ha ha ha. But anyways, but I've never had to like do it professionally, and I'm learning how to do topical. You see an opportunity go by and you jump on that motherfucker and you fire off your one shot. It's how it works. And you have to be ready. You have to be ready to pick up the easy meat on the streets with your eyes closed, you know? You have to see the opportunity go by and just be like, zing. It's hard to do. It's like you really have to watch it. It reminds me of Will Arnett. He's like made of that. It's literally like his state of being is he sees something funny and then he just reacts with pretty much the funniest reaction that she could possibly think of. Him and David Cross are both like that. They like live in that place, and I want to be more like Will Arnett. I love Will Arnett. My favorite comedian, definitely.
From documents tied to a lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, which notably was settled back in 2017. The Associated Press adding that the names will likely
solid as a rock. Da-na-na-na, da-na-na-na-na. I've been watching Arrested Development, best comedy show ever made, just hands down. The final countdown, da-na-na-na. And there's Job fucking dancing as a magician with a fake rabbit in the hat and all that. So dumb. Fucking Will Arnett. You know, he showed up
David Cross went to Britain. People don't know this, but David Cross, British TV show, right? I forget the name of it off the bat, but it's a very, it's called The Increasingly Poor Decisions of Todd Margaret. And this was him, David Cross, opposite his other coworker, Will Arnett, in Britain. And it's such a great show. I love Todd Margaret. It's one of my top 20. Fucking David Cross goes to Britain. It's such a brilliant thing. Right in the middle of like 2005 or something like that. 2010. I forget when it was. It was like 2010. They only made it like 2 seasons because it was probably hard to do. There was all kinds of culture shock, and they were probably really scared of offending the British with their crude like LA Hollywood humor, you know. But this is one of the funniest shows ever made. It only made it 2 seasons, but it is from episode 1. It is just okay. You know how Family Guy does cutaways, and they're always super shocking. Todd Margaret is like 2 seasons of just that. He'll literally do stuff like pound 8 Red Bulls right on camera. And they're Red Bulls, I think. And then he just goes crazy in a fucking Starbucks. He just starts like spraying, he like dances with Red Bull cans in a Starbucks, and he literally pounds 8 of them on camera before he does it. 8 of them. And then he just goes crazy. I've always wanted to do that. He just starts spraying people in the Starbucks with Red Bull. it's just, I'm like, why? And that's like the first scene in Todd Margaret. And it just goes from there. It's just wonderful. Great show. And and so Will Arnett shows up as the piece of shit boss who's actually scamming him, and the corporation that he works for doesn't exist. And Will Arnett is the CEO of the organization that Todd Margaret works for in America, who's only talked to him through phone calls. And what it really is it's Will Arnett thought it would be funny to send some fucking feckless dude in some office building to Britain for no reason. That's the whole premise of the show, is he just wants to play a prank on some rando. And that's how Todd Margaret starts, is he fucking like sends he hires David Cross through the phone. It tells him that he's like an executive now, and he's like, yeah, you have a job, and we'll be sending you like 40 grand here in 3 weeks, and we'll book your arrangements on a plane, but we need you to go to Britain and help us sell Monster Energy to the Brits. It is such a great premise, and the whole thing is a lie. It's actually an MLM, multi-level marketing scheme, trying to sell like Monster to executives and shit. It's just this complete scumbag premise, and David Cross is so stupid as Todd Margaret that he's like the guy who just is gullible and buys everything, right? And so Todd Margaret goes to Britain, and it's such a fucking good show. It didn't make it, but it's some of the best and most funny people in the industry, and it was David Cross working opposite, you know, that's like Mr. Show. It was David Cross opposite Will Arnett, and this show really got to me. I love this show. I'm gonna go attain it somehow. You know, because like, yeah, Todd Margaret fucking changed me, and after seeing Will Arnett on Todd Margaret, like I thought Job on Arrested Development was bad. No, Will Arnett is full like no filter in Todd Margaret. There's no filter, and the toxic masculinity is the entirety of the fucking Will Arnett vibe. It's like, all I do is scam rich people, live on their yachts for free, like the veritable, talented Mr. Ripley, and fuck hot women in the social scene, in the socialite scene, rich hot women, right, who are like well tended to and go to the gym because they have money and they eat good food and they have nice bodies because they're rich and all this. And that's the entirety of the Will Arnett vibe. That's what Job was. That's who Will Arnett is. That's what Will Arnett on Tom Margaret was. And honestly, I'm kind of like that too, I would say. I'm a lot like Will Arnett. I have tendencies like that. I only date perfect tens. I don't. That's not true. I've dated one not perfect 10, and she was great. Loved her. Great girl. But that's it though. All the other fucking 7 that I LTR'd were all perfect 10s. They were like stop traffic. And that was that element to my personality actually comes from Will Arnett. I hate to say it, but it does. It comes from Will Arnett. I grew up on Will Arnett. So I think I kind of think in the background that I'm Will Arnett. I'm not Will Arnett, but I want to be. You know what I'm saying? I fucking want to be Will Arnett. He has like the most amazing career that I can possibly think of. He's BoJack. I'm so jealous of him. Like the streamer hit me last year that I'm jealous of some other fucking streamer, and I'm like, fuck no, motherfucker. I'm jealous of Will Arnett. You know what I'm saying? Will Arnett has $100 million. I mean, etc. Anyways, back to the Philip DeFranco. Sorry, I wanted to talk about that.
And yes, some people with at least a passing connection to the scandal. The judge also saying some names should remain under lock to protect the identity of
Bill. We should protect the identity of Bill Gates. He gave us Microsoft.
Those who were minors at the time they were abused. And also note.
Yeah, they were 7 years old. Yeah. I'm not making a joke here. Not funny.
List have already given interviews or been tied publicly to this in other ways, which was actually part of the decision to publish it. Right, so you have the likes of BBC News saying Sweaty Betty, Prince Andrew expected to be on the list. So ultimately, until it
say Bill Gates, say it, Bill Gates, say Bill Gates, show a picture of Bill Gates. He's scared to. He's too scared to. He should.
Actually comes out, it's unclear.
We all know what the gem of that crown is. It's Bill Gates.
How many major revelations there would be.
I mean, for the Americans. For the Americans, it's Bill Gates. For the Brits, it's Prince Andrew. That's going to sink the monarchy. Oh, my God. When the public is actually able to make accusations that some of the monarchy was a pedophile, that's not good for the monarchy, and they know it. They're very aware of it. Poor Queen Elizabeth had to go to her death knowing it. What in the literal fuck happened? All these rich people ran amok and went to rape children instead of running the world. And I'm sorry, get canceled. Cancel Bill Gates. Do it. Cancel Bill Gates. Do it.
To be seen if this is going to be a bombshell.
I don't know what he was doing on that plane.
Kind of a regurgitation of things we already knew.
And it's a regurgitation of things we already knew. But if it's in the public, a lawyer can use it in a case. So just understand, this is an important distinction. If it's out in the public, a lawyer can, if it's matter of public record, a lawyer has a lot more ammo. It's like, it's kind of like saying that, this is information we already knew, but no, it's as if you're in a level of doom and there's like a super or a level like you're playing Fallout 76 and there's a super mutant over there and there's a chain gun on the ground, right? The super mutant just picked up the chain gun now, and he's going to start firing at the rich people. The chain gun wasn't in his hands yet. It is now. That's what this is. The chain gun is now in the media and the lawyers' hands, and they're going to open up on Trump. They're going to open up on Prince Andrew. They're going to open up on Bill Gates, and we're going to see Trump fail. Trump was on the Lolita.
Do this business story is to do a little piece from my new stand-up special. So
Bill Gates was on the Lolita. I don't know why. 15 times or some shit. It's information we already knew, but it's weaponized information that wasn't weaponized yet. It's weaponized information now, That's what I'm getting at here. It's weaponized now. They're about to take their shots and fucking sink these fucking rich people that everybody worships. It's gonna be fucking awesome. Fuck them. Get their pedo asses the fuck out of here. Garbage crab people.
Do bitches be shopping? Also, by bitches, I mean everyone, and specifically for this story, I'm going to say young people. Because this year, when it comes to the youths, it appears that Santa has fired his elves. Maybe they were trying to unionize. Very problematic, Santa. But instead, young people are ordering presents from TikTok and Instagram this year.
Oh, good.
The whole slew of recent reports finding that social media apps are actually dominating shopping this year. In fact, a Gallup Shopify poll found that roughly half of people between the ages of 18 and 29 are at least doing some holiday shopping via apps like TikTok and Instagram. And unsurprisingly, you have reports out there saying 80%.
Oh my God, they're going to make Facebook and TikTok and all that survive by turning them into shopping apps. Which, why not? Honestly, if social media died and became shopping, I'd be okay with that.
These say social media impacts their purchasing
That's
choices.
all right.
And then I'd go even...
I mean, money's their god anyway, so let them all just go shop, right? Let them go worship their money. Let them do it.
We don't need pictures of each other. Let's just buy stuff. Money's their god now, yeah. Let them shop instead of stalk each other. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, if they're shopping, that's what they all want anyways.
Say for the other 15%, they probably just don't realize it. With tons of reports noting how algorithms are impacting gift buying. You had one PR specialist telling Forbes
People aren't aware. I'm aware.
Powerfully crafting your Christmas.
I'm very aware.
These digital spaces are curating a personalized holiday shopping experience, one post and one click at a time. And as far as what people are buying, there's this really interesting recent report from the Morning Consult that just looked at the massive popularity of influencer brands. And they found that 30%, almost 1/3 of US adults have bought a product from an influencer-founded brand. And then that jumps up to 47 and 53% for millennials and Gen Z. With Selena Gomez's Rare Beauty getting the top spot,
Welcome,
Mr. Beast burger coming in at second.
If
In
you are
that,
here
it noted
to
that Kim
train,
Kardashian's Skims brand
then I
actually has
would
the
be
highest
delighted
awareness. And really,
to train
none of
you.
those three should be surprising.
We
Like
are
they're
the
the biggest
preservers of
people
the
online.
balance
Mr. Beast among a
now and
million other
forever.
things, most subscribed
As
individual on
Malfurion
YouTube.
lies
Selena
in
Gomez
the
is the
dreaming.
third most followed person
Never
on Instagram.
forget
And notably,
this.
these influencer brands aren't kind of one and done. With 80% saying they were satisfied with their products and they'd be open to buying them again. And nearly half saying that the shopping experiences they had were actually better than traditional brands. You know, with all that said, that is a general poll, and so I want to ask you specifically, what has your personal experience been with influencer brands? And think of it as anything that like extends past something that would be deemed merch. So there's like a gray line between like merch company and like an actual clothing brand. But yeah, I'd love
Hi,
to hear
guys,
about
I
your
love you.
experiences, and also like, do you relate to the polls that we're seeing here, or no? Does that seem like a different planet to you? And then this news out of St. Louis is kind of wild. Right, so at like 30 minutes past midnight this week, two cops somehow crashed into the front of Bar PM, which is a according to the incident report, the two cops drove too close to a
What?
bar, with the men overcorrecting, losing
They're
control
drunk.
of the vehicle and crashing into the bar. This is
They're
one
drunk.
nearby resident told Fox 2 that the officer behind the wheel said he actually tried to avoid a dog that was in the road. But either way, the bar's married co-owners,
There's
who
no
live on the
dog in
floor
that
above,
shot.
James Pence and Chad Morris, they said they heard a loud boom and they went downstairs to see what happened. And as far as what actually happened,
Drunk cops crashed into our house. Yeah,
next, that's been heavily disputed. According to the police's
we're
version
going
of
back.
events, Morris
We're gonna watch it again. We're gonna slow it down.
into the front of Bar PM, which is this gay bar in St. Louis. According to the
Okay, here we go. Fucking cops drunk drove into a building. I gotta say, I'm not surprised. Let's see. Quality. I'm trying to do playback speed. Slow it down like half, right?
for the two cops drove two.
There's no dog. The cop's defense was dog. No dog. Gotta be 4 in the morning. Why the fuck would a dog be in the road?
To a park.
Yeah, no. No dog.
Car. With a
Why are you going like 65 and a 35?
then
Okay, slam on those brakes now, and you'll be fine.
overcorrecting,
No, he just...
losing control of the vehicle, and crashing into the bar.
There's no dog. No dog. Internet sleuth or whatever. No dog.
This is one nearby resident told Fox 2 that the officer behind the wheel said he actually tried to avoid a dog that was in the road. But either way, the bar's
No.
married co-owners who live on the floor above, James Pence and Chad Morris, they said they heard a
Slam dunk, fire him, fuck him.
loud boom and they went
Fry the bacon.
downstairs to see what happened. And as far as what actually happened next, that's been heavily disputed. According to the police's version of events, Morris emerged from the building. He shouted profanities at the cops. The men claiming that when one of
Great.
the officers tried to calm down the situation, Morris shoved them. He then attempted to flee the scene after he was
Oh,
told
good,
he
there was a
placed
fist
under
fight
arrest,
afterwards?
pushing a trash can.
Oh, good. They were like fall down drunk, and the guy's like so pissed at, like belligerent pissed at them at 4 in the morning that he just wants to swing on them and shit because they're fall down drunk cops and they just crashed into his house. And so then like a scuffle ensues. Real life is always so much more funnier and awesome than fiction. I can't read fiction anymore. It's and I got I went for a literature degree.
Another officer was ultimately being arrested for assaulting an officer and resisting arrest.
Oh,
But the full
great.
story-
Yeah. Oh, cool. And now they're busting the guy whose house they crashed into for assault. That's the police that I know.
Yeah, that's the police that I know. Yeah.
Is very different. Their attorney claiming that he has video that shows Pence arriving at the scene first and identifying himself as the bar's owner. When the officer who just crashed into his building asks to see Pence's ID, Pence responds loudly, "Why should I
show you my ID? You crashed into my bar. Who cares if I'm drunk and high? You crashed into my bar. What the fuck?
my ID? I didn't do anything wrong."
I didn't do anything
Pence's
wrong." And they're like, run it, sir. Assume the position. That's their response, you know? And no, I won't. I have done nothing wrong. Your cop car is in my bar. And that's when the fist fight starts and he gets assault. And having faced 7 false assault charges in my lifetime, all dropped, by the way. Thank you, City and County of Denver, for seeing the error of your fucking jackass ways, you fucking shitheads. And I gotta say, assault charges are not funny. Like a lot of the other things that Philip talked about tonight, a lot of this isn't funny.
Than claiming. The officer says, "You don't get to yell at me. You're under arrest for disturbing the peace." And other people who are
Disturbing the peace? You don't get to yell at me. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. You crashed your fucking shit-ass cop car when you fall down drunk, or whatever reason that they were going 65 in a fucking 30 with no sirens or ambulance. How about we get the cops for reckless, huh? Because they were going like 75 in a 30, I think. To lose the control like that, he was going like 70 miles an hour in a 30 with no siren or lights or anything at all. You're gonna kill a kid doing that stupid shit. Like what you like you know, there's gonna be some like 14-year-old kid skateboarding at 4 a.m. I know, because I used to be one. I used to go skateboarding at 4 a.m. because there's no cars. You know, I would wake up really early and I would go skateboarding like 4 in the fucking morning because there's no cars. So where's the sirens? Where's the lights?
The officer why he was getting arrested. He said, "Nobody gets to yell at me," which is not the standard for an arrest. So reportedly, the cop puts Pence in handcuffs, at which time his husband Morris comes down and confronts them. With Pence saying, "My husband did put his hand on a cop out of defense, but they had already put me in handcuffs because I wanted to know what was going on.
Of
I was
course
told
they
I had
did.
to ID
Oh,
or show
good. Oh, good. You cuffed his wife. I'll cuff your wife, you fucking dick.
it up." Also with this, you initially had Pence telling KSDK TV.
I'm sorry, that was a sexist, fucked up statement from the shitty cuck culture, and I know it is, and I don't mean it. His wife has nothing to do with it, and it's sexist, and I apologize. I just, saw an opportunity, and I took it. Comedian or whatever, I'm sorry. Entertainer. Didn't mean it. The wives have nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry I took it there.
Remark. But there, he also later said he couldn't be certain if it was an officer and maybe not another bystander. But regardless, the lawyer claims that Morris tried to leave the scene.
There's that patriarchy shit I talked about earlier about why women, might get away with mean girls, you know? Because, yeah, they've been subjugated for millions of years. So, you know, we kind of give them the pass on mean girls, you know? And so in the same way, we also say we give them respect and we don't speak ill of them with cuck comments like that. We don't treat them or speak of them like that. We don't disrespect them like that. The wives have nothing to do with it. They took it to the wives thing. They cuffed his wife, right? I didn't take it there. They took it there. They cuffed his wife. So I made a wife joke, and I'm sorry. It was inappropriate, and I apologize.
Physically beat him off camera. And there you had KTVI reporting that Morris was...
The wives have nothing to do with it. This is the pigs running out of control, not admitting a fuck up and abusing their power.
Jail. And as far as
which
charges,
is the pigs that I know.
Assault charge has now been reduced.
It's the
to misdemeanor,
pigs.
And Pence was actually never formally arrested. So for now, with these conflicting accounts, we're gonna have to wait to see how things shake out in court. And then, for any of you focused on getting your business
no disrespect to the cops in the channel. I am just speaking buzzwords to what young pop culture people say about cops. I don't really mean to make any cops feel bad or bully cops. I just, been busted for 7 false assault charges and shit like that and had them dropped in the court, Got my own beef with cops, so I come across as like somebody who dislikes cops, and I apologize about that. There's no reason to call random cops pigs, because there has been many police officers in my lifetime who have helped me, especially on my case, when someone tried to kill me. So maybe it's time at the age of 40 to stop calling them pigs. The last three that I met helped me, so whatever.
to share your
I can
homemade
teach you
goods, or
fishing skills.
even a personal blog, I got a great solution for you. And it comes from, and I want to thank the fantastic sponsor of today's show, Squarespace. Because, I've been partnering with Squarespace for years now, and I have to say, it is still so easy. There's nothing to install, patch, or update ever. I mean, creating a beautiful website with Squarespace's Fluid Engine is so easy. You just drag things where you like, no coding necessary. And if you need a starting point, Squarespace has a bunch of great professional templates. I mean, you can even sell custom merch. Easy.
Colorado's
Squarespace handles all the
next.
production and the shipping.
Yes.
Plus, with Squarespace, you get access to all their marketing tools. And
We're gonna hear about
analytics,
Colorado
and
now, guys. The best state in the
email, or
union.
live chat 24/7. So
We're gonna hear about Colorado now and how we single-handedly defeated Trump. You're gonna hear about Colorado now, guys. The best state in the union. We did what nobody else could do. He's not gonna make it. He's not gonna make it because of us. I'm so proud of my state right now. The tears are gonna fucking roll. I love Colorado. I always have. It burns deep inside of me like the love of my ex and everything. It's there. It's always gonna be there. I love Colorado with all my heart and soul. It surprises me not at all that the big pin and pin the tail on the donkey was Colorado.
See why you're going to love it and start your free trial today over at squarespace.com/Phil.
I love
When you
Colorado.
realize that it's for you, just make sure you enter an offer code.
I don't
Phil
live
to get
there, but I
10%
love
off
it.
your first purchase. And then we got to talk about the Colorado Supreme Court now disqualifying Donald Trump from appearing on the state's primary ballot.
Get him
And also,
gone.
With it, break down what's going to happen next, because they determined that he
lose
engaged
one.
in insurrection
He's already
in
lost
2006, and so he's
1/50th
disqualified
of the
from election
votes.
under the constitutional
How much
provision
more
that
will he
insurrectionists
lose?
from
Right? He's already lost 1/50th of the possible votes he can get. Let's see how many he loses.
holding office, which we've talked about before, but to specifically lay it out under Section 3 of the 14th Amendment.
Oh man,
people
I don't
have
know
taken
too
an
many.
oath to
I don't
support
know.
the US
I don't know too many sensible Colorado people. You want to know why they did this? Because people in the city and county of Denver showed up at town hall and fucking picketed them and sent them emails and fucking yelled at them until they got it right. Because yeah, I've never met a smart Colorado person who'd be willing to truck with a fucking corrupt rich asshole like Trump. I never met one who would truck with somebody like that. I don't think it's not in my people to do that. It's too cold of an area. Shit goes badly too fast and you get stranded out there and freeze to death and shit. It's not that sort of area. His bullshit style didn't play well in Colorado at all.
holding office.
And it's weird because we're a red state. We are a very red state. We're a red state. Colorado is red. If you think this is, Colorado's blue and they're trying to woke Trump or whatever. No. Colorado is gun loving, gang violence loving, steer ranching, rich Republican, fucking, real old boys style boys, like hub, DIA, international hub, like kind of deep state shit going on. And we are red. Fucking red. I don't like it. I don't want it. I don't like the people who made it that way. I don't know why we're red, but we are one of the reddest states in the fucking union. We love our guns. We be out there in the mountains where we need to shoot at bears and shit. You know what I'm saying? I never met a Colorado person who didn't own a gun. And then that's a right winger libertarian state. It's not a blue state. We don't sit blue. Now we got a big gay community and we got a lot of woke people and we got all kinds of hipster douchebags like me and fucking middle class artists, intellectuals who didn't fall right, but not as many as the ranchers, the churchers, and the gunners. Not as many. We don't have as many woke people in Colorado as we got red. We are a red state. Steers and queers, you know what I'm saying? But mostly steers. Mostly steers. Mostly ranch owners who are Republicans, who are gun owning, who like drones, and and they like their beer, their Coors, their alcohol, and all this, and they're right wing, they're church very 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 Bible thumping, Colorado Springs, Greeley, fucking Bible thumping towns, Fort Collins, Bible thumping. Lot of Bible thumping in Colorado. Not too many. There's a lot of gay and pot smoking people downtown in Denver and in Boulder, but the majority of the rest of the state is red, and we fall red. So for a red state to deny his ability to do this is like really crazy, and I'm so fucking proud of my state. I am the proudest I've ever been of anything in a long, long time. I'm so fucking proud that we stopped him in the end. We stopped him in the end. It brings the tears to my eyes. A great evil has been defeated today because of my homeland, and we stopped the madness. We stopped it. He lost
rebellion against this
1/50th of it. He's done. There's no way because trust me, there is a lot of people who will vote left. Like trust me, and so who have no issue being banned in a state. You know what I'm saying? So it's really beautiful to see somebody take a stand against the madness. I never dreamed it would be my home state. I never dreamed of it. We're such a red state. It's so weird. You see all these people with guns and hicks all the time, fucking cowboy hats and shit strolling around downtown. It's a red state. I don't know how he lost Colorado. He fucked up so bad.
And as far as why we even have that amendment, it's because of the Civil War. It was meant to stop former Confederate officials from becoming members of the government.
And like, so Colorado takes the stand. We won't truck with some fucking liar anymore. It's too cold where we live. They'll let us die.
Against. Well, obviously, that was the
They'll take our water and we'll die of the cold.
Purpose. You have legal experts arguing that the rule has a broad.
Can't have this guy running this country into the fucking ground right now. We live in a place where we will freeze to death. You know, it's not like that for us. We don't have the luxury of living in some moderately temperate fucking Los Angeles area or New York or whatever. We will die. We will die. We like Colorado has never trucked with fucking liars. We don't truck with them. Not really. You know, we got some liars on the right wing, but we don't have any liars on the left because everybody knows it's too cold. It's too cold in the D. It's too cold in the D.
Challenges. But until now, none of those challenges actually convincing courts to remove Trump. But in their judgment, the state Supreme Court...
Like, when I was a junkie on the fucking streets, you better fucking believe it. People were like, we're going to help you. We're going to make sure you got showers and, you know, and shit, because we know people fucking freeze to death out there. People will freeze to death out there. We can't have fucking around and lying like he did. We don't live in that reality in that state. It's not like that.
Decision from a Colorado trial judge who ruled that yes, Donald Trump did engage in insurrection, but that he actually couldn't be removed from the ballot because Section 3 doesn't include
liars can't do that in Colorado.
The presidency is just not included among the offices explicitly listed in the Constitution.
It's not like that.
With that, because the presidential oath is different.
It's not like LA or New York. We won't truck with it. We won't do it. We don't live that reality where we'll just be fine in the winter if we back somebody who's just gonna fuck us. It's just not like that. We will freeze, and we're not dumb. We're not dumb. Even the